Welcome to Sundays Day with Kevin Clark. I'm Kevin Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
I once did a doobie with the Doobie Brothers after a concert in Athens, Ohio. Peter King, tell us the story.
That was really fun.
Peter King, NBC Sports, NFL writing legend, Football Morning in America columnist. Peter, what's going on, man?
Kevin, good Monday to you. How are you?
Show the people your shirt. You got Seinfeld Costanza.
Yeah, kind of cool.
Peter, you said you're going to be the best guest of all time. How are you going to do this? How are you going to attack it?
I'm going to have the strongest opinions of all time. I mean, I don't know. I have some strong opinions about current events in the NFL. I'm happy to make a fool of myself on Slow News Day.
Oh, God, thank you. That's exactly what we want to hear. Let's start with Antonio Brown, because I think that this has real disaster potential. You wrote this in your column on Monday. I wrote it over the weekend. There are three really smart teams, and they've all decided to not have Antonio Brown on their team. Your thoughts on Antonio Brown are what, Peter?
It never ends well with Antonio Brown. And the best thing that Bruce Arians told me on Sunday is that he's basically in a one strike and you're out situation. The Bucs have to truly handle this that way. He's 1 minute late for a meeting. He's got to go, period. So we'll see how the Bucs handle that, but that's the way they should handle it. I do think that Arians, thought this team has a chance to go a very long way, and I want to give him every chance to take this team a very long way.
Let's talk about Brady's old team, the Patriots. I don't know. I thought they wouldn't be very good. I didn't know that they'd be this bad. Is there any hope right now for the Patriots?
I don't think so, Kevin. As you asked that question, this thought went through my mind. On January 4th, I covered the last game that Tom Brady played for the Patriots, the wild card game against the Tennessee Titans in Foxborough. And I got about 10 minutes with him in an office with the door closed after the game. And if I had been smart, which I wasn't, I would have come out of that room and said, I do not think Tom Brady is going to be back with the Patriots. The only reason I bring this up is that Tom Brady I would call him despondent that day. I mean, you say, well, of course, he lost a playoff game at home. You're never going to feel very good about that. But this was different. And now when I look back and try to reconstruct those 10 minutes, the one thing that I can't help but thinking is that he knew for a quarterback, New England was hopeless. You tell me if there is one offensive player on that team that causes a defensive coordinator to game plan against him. There is not one. There isn't even close to them being one. And N'Keal Harry has not developed into one. Julian Edelman is getting old. Plus, he never was the guy who would take the top off a defense. They don't have that guy. They don't even have Philip Dorsett anymore. They admitted their mistake on Mohamed Sanu. It's incredible to me that Bill Belichick is so smart about football, and yet he decided to solve their offensive problems this year by drafting two tight ends in the third round.
The Cowboys. I don't even know where to begin. This is an awful team.
If you saw the blitz that Ezekiel Elliott got destroyed on by Holcomb, the Washington linebacker, the one thing you saw was it's like Zeke was not ready for that play. He looked like a high school JV player who got destroyed by a second-year linebacker from North Carolina, who not only destroyed Zeke, but then sacked Andy Dalton in the process. First of all, you've got a team that, to me, does not look like they have 53 players who are playing every play like it's their last, to put it mildly. They had 4 of their 5 offensive linemen who were all world. And, now they just have a bunch of guys who sound like a Wichita law firm.
You're dropping heaters today, Peter.
No,
You're really gunning for this. You're really gunning for this best guest ever. This is a tweet that we need the story on. I once did a doobie with the Doobie Brothers after a concert in Athens, Ohio. Peter King, tell us the story.
That was really fun. That was my senior year. I was managing editor of the school paper, The Post, at Ohio University. The staff took turns when a concert was in town. You got a choice, and I love the Doobie Brothers. So there maybe were 5 or 6 concerts at OU every year. At the beginning of the year, I said, that's the one I want to do. And I had told the local promoter at OU, I'd love to talk to Skunk Baxter and Michael McDonald after the concert, if it's possible, for whatever review I do. And so afterwards, they took me backstage. There's 8 or 9 guys, maybe some roadies, but obviously Skunk Baxter with his long ponytail and the handsome Michael McDonald. So they were all just standing there in a circle smoking a joint. They said, hey, come on in. So I did a doobie with the Doobie Brothers. And then I went back. I've not worked high in my life or drunk or anything like that, but I did that night because you have to write the review. We're a daily paper. So I have no idea what I wrote, but I don't think I had any idea what I wrote when I filed the story either. Anyway, it's all fair in love and marijuana.
This is you, I guess, in 1978, Peter, with the glasses and the hair.
I was an intern at the Cincinnati Enquirer, and that's how I looked. That was my look in college. I looked like B.O.Z.O. I looked like Bozo the Clown. I really did.
Any other teams you need to throw under the bus real quick?
I mean, we could talk needlessly about the New York Jets or the New York Giants.
Oh, God.
It makes absolutely no sense for Adam Gase to continue coaching this team.
Yes.
You know what Christopher Johnson's problem is? He's too nice a guy. Oh, Adam Gase, he's brilliant. Adam Gase isn't brilliant. Stop. Don't insult the intelligence of your fans. The only thing that matters for the New York Jets is who's coaching the team next year. Why in the world are you wasting your time knowing that Adam Gase isn't going to be there? And don't tell me, oh, he gives us the best chance to win. He does not. He doesn't. That's one thing. Now, the Giants, the only thing that kind of bugs me about the Giants is that Daniel Jones has started 19 games for the Giants. He's a smart guy. He definitely has some potential. But in all 19 games, he has either thrown an interception or fumbled. And not just one. There isn't just one of those. I mean, most of those games, there are multiple. How is that not getting fixed? The other thing about the Giants that bothers me is that they had their choice of every offensive lineman. Every one. And at number 4, they picked a guy. I mean, look, I don't know how to be nice about this. Andrew Thomas to left tackles is what Ishtar was to movies. If he doesn't look significantly better at the end of the year, I do not know how you let Dave Gettleman handle another draft.
Other than that, though, I think they're fine. Are you watching any good TV right now, Peter?
I love the Great British Baking Show. It's just really nice to sit there and watch people in a friendly, light manner compete with each other to see who can make the best brioche rolls. I mean, I just think it's really fun.
Anything you've disliked anytime in the recent past?
Did you see the MSNBC documentary on Barack Obama's White House photographer?
I didn't. No. You didn't like it?
It's really interesting, but It was about an hour too long. Whoever edited it didn't know how to edit something. People probably say the exact same thing about my column.
So let's get to Club Kevin. This could be anybody from any walk of life, Peter. Who has won the week? Who has crushed it the most in the last week? Could be sports, could be anything else.
I would say Joe Buck has been the best of anybody in the last
News Day
week.
Alum.
I think he has an easygoing yet really smart informational style in both baseball and in football. I know I've got a good chance, as good as anybody who does his job, of learning something that I didn't know that's really smart when I watch him do games.
And Joe Buck might be the only person who's ever been on the show and has been in Club Kevin. So that's a very nice honor. Joe Buck, welcome to Club Kevin. Peter King, you dropped some heaters today.
My only goal in life is to one day be invited back on the Slow News Day.
You went above and beyond with these heaters. We can't thank you enough, buddy.
Okay, you're welcome. Hey, have a great week.